Well, good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon where I am and when I'm filming this. I know, I always say that. And then I'm never sure when you're watching. But whenever it is, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So this is Leslie with LuvINK&Paper, and I've been playing around with some things in the studio today. So we're playing with the December 2023 All the Best Paper Pumpkin Kit, and I have some alternative projects for you. A couple use mostly just pieces from the kit. Almost all of them use some other card base as the, so there is that basic, thick basic white or something like that. That would be handy if you have that. And I tried hard to stay away from dies because I know not everybody has a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or some other die cutting machine. And I just couldn't help myself. There were a couple that, in fact, the first one I can show you when I show you it. It's totally doable with punches. So anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? All right. So the other day, well, actually, I think it was last week, I did the unboxing and I showed you how to make the 3 cards as designed by Stampin' Up's fabulous designers. Okay, now if you don't care about getting extra cards from your kit, or you don't mind that you sort of waste lovely stuff on the back or whatever, then great, make them just like this, have a great time. Awesome. All right, they are beautiful, beautiful cards. I, however, sometimes like to try and stretch my kit just a little wee bit. So I changed up a few things. All right, so the first one that I did, I have an old olive base that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And let me just give that a really good, there, now it's staying close. Then I took one of the card bases and I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Then I took the deckled circle dies, and let's see if I can, there it is. And I cut out, can I put it back in? I don't even know if I can. Anyway, oh, there it goes. So I cut a circle out of that. Now I'm going to keep this because I may want that for another card. Okay, so I'm not getting rid of that. I'm just setting it aside. I also cut with the deckled circle and should have attached something because it's not exactly centered. It must have slipped a little, but that's okay. I'm making peace with that. It's just not, I'm not going to let it bother me. So I trimmed that down just a little bit so that there would be a little bit of a border, because I want to make it look like this is floating. Okay. So that's what I'm going to try and do. All right. So what then, you probably can't see this, but I have a piece of acetate, window sheet, whatever you like to call it. I just trimmed it. I keep it, the backing from the stamp sets I get, and sometimes I use that. So anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to take my glue dots, and you certainly could use the ones from the kit. And I'm just going to, right up at the very tip top, I'm going to put one, and then I'm going to put, I think, 2 a little farther down at the bottom. And I want it, whoops, that one didn't come off. Oh, you know what? I might want to, hang on. I think I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and so that I don't put these where they don't get covered, I'm going to put these right there. Okay, and I'm going to attach this like that, so that it goes right down the middle. All right, and we're going to grab some, I could use my foam strips or a whole bunch of other things, but we're just going to pull the border off of these mini dimensionals, and we're just going to snip it like this, and we're just going to, that's a little narrower this way, and put some pieces down here. And I think what I'm going to end up doing there. All right, I think that's good. I do think, though, that, yes, I can use, I think this is going to be skinny enough. If not, I do have some strips. Oh, yes, I can make that work. I just want to go across that strip just to really anchor it. Okay. All right, so we have lots of nice dimensions. So this is going to be lifted up so that it will cause a little bit of a shadow, all right, which will enhance the floating look. Okay. All right, so we're just going to put this on our card front, just like that. So it causes that shadow just a little bit, you know. All right, now before we go too much farther with this, let's do a little stamping. So I brought a couple of my Stampin' Right markers. I'm going to, even though these stamps, the photopolymer, I like using this technique better with red rubber stamps, but I think it will work. All right, so we'll get it roughed up a little, so hopefully it will take the ink a little better. And I'm just going to take my, I think it's Mossy Meadow, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to get some ink on the leaves and the stem, and I'm going to take crushed curry, oh excuse me, I've got the hiccups. I'm going to try and get rid of them, maybe by holding my breath or something. Okay. And then you just exhale, all right? And then I'm just going to set that there and give it just a second to transfer that ink. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Pebbled Path, and do remember that you've got a Pebbled Path ink spot. I just find it easier to use my bigger size pads. All right, so then we're going to put the 1,000 good luck wishes. Oops, I gotta take this off. I only brought one D block over with me. I have a couple other smaller ones, but I only brought one D block with me. So we'll put this, and I do when I'm using photopolymer stamps, I do tend to let them drop onto my work surface and then pick them up with the block, just because it there's less of a chance of me stretching it out of shape. Okay. So I especially do that if I'm going to try and punch something or something like that. All right, so I'm good with that. All right, so then we're going to put some glue dots, because I don't want this. I want this to be taller than this. So we're going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to just lift off. This is where those glue dots from the kit actually work better. So yeah, get on there. So let me use a couple of these here. And I think 3 will do it. There we go. All right. Then I'm just going to fit this here. Now you could make it so that this part opened, like you could have, you know, but I didn't. I'm good with this. I like that, actually. And then I can use a piece of the envelope paper that was left over when I cut down a couple of envelopes to put in the inside. So there. Pretty great. It is leaning a little teeny bit to one side, so, which means I don't have it exactly centered, but I'm okay with that. So there's one. All right, so for my next one, I did choose to grab some other designer series paper. We have something called something gingham, something, did I leave it out? Can't tell. There's stuff on every table in the studio today, every single one. I had friends here stamping earlier. It was delightful. We made some beautiful cards, which I will share with you next week when we launch the new catalog. But for now, I'm going to keep those a little tight there. All right, I think, yeah, that's good. Oh my gosh, I even lined it up. I could not have planned that, you guys. Like, that is... All right, so I just cut a strip, and then it was a little too long, so I just, and I just banner cut the two ends and then just overlapped it because it's going to get covered anyway. So we'll just put that here. So this is a piece of the envelope. Let me grab one of those. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, or you can always go back, I will put this edge flush in my trimmer and then just take off the teeniest bit and then flip it and take off the teeniest bit, just so that it opens. And then you have all this white that you can use, and then you have this pretty piece. And I'll show you, we're going to use that right here. All right, so That's what I did. And there's that other piece. So I could have chosen this side. I liked more blue, so this side has a little more density to it with the way the plaid is. So I just chose this side. But it's all good. All right. So we have that. And we can add this. Oop. Oh, see, I didn't break it off, and so then it makes a mess. Okay, here we go. There. Okay. Then we're going to grab this pebbled path and wishing you all the best. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Okay. All right. I'm going to try something. We have these two little tiny dandelion stamps, and I want to try something. Sometimes these things work. So if I want one down here and one up here, like that, what I can do is take my big block, pick them both up, ink them both up, and stamp them at the same time. Oh, you know what? I should have stamped those off. Rats. All right, do over. I'll use that for something else. I have more of those pieces. Remember they give you extras? Yeah. Hang on. Let me grab one. There it is. Okay, we'll just use a different one. Now that I have decided I like it this way. Okay. So, we're going to do the wishing you all the best right in the center. Like that. And then on a little scrap over here, we're going to ink these, and then we're going to gently stamp them off, and then we're going to stamp them on here. Oh, much better. Yeah, they needed, you know, they're soft. They're, you know, light. So that's better. Okay, I like that. We'll figure out something else for that one. It'll be fine. Okay. Let's put those away because they'll get lost if I don't. And I don't want to lose them. Okay, there. All right. There. All right, let's grab some dimensionals. There. So the base, I'm not sure I said that. The base is just thick white, thick basic white. There. Yeah. And I could even add a few more of those, and I may, just for fun. Or I could add this little dandelion coming out of there to take up a little space. Let me try that. Let's do that again. Let's ink this up. I think I'm gonna like that. Okay. There. Yeah, that's good. That gives it a little bit more, fills in that space a little bit more. That makes me happier. I may still add one or two more of those little seeds, but for now, that I'm good with this. All right, so moving on, because we have two more to do real quick. All right. There it is. Okay, so then I took this card base and cut it into two pieces. Again, put it on basic white. I took this, which I think I left the other half. It was a layer. It was a full layer, okay? And I just cut it in half so that I can have two pieces. And then I cut myself a little piece of pebbled path that was just a little bit bigger. So I think this is 4 1/4 tall by 2 inches. So I went 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. So but I'm one of those people that just kind of cuts and then goes, oh, how big is that? Oh, I know how big I should make the layer. I do that a lot. So, so I hope you're not looking for perfect measurements from me, because it is not going to happen, folks. All right. So then we'll put that over there. And then here, this can come on top of that just a little bit. I'm okay with that. Ooh, like that, because then I can't see that pebbled path. And then I'm going to stamp at this end, and I'll end up with a little bit left over. And we're just going to grab that hello there, or hello friend. It's hello friend. And we'll just stamp that. This one's super quick and fast, because I'm just putting that. And then I'm really glad that we're past the winter solstice and that we're going to be starting to see it get light, because I'm telling you, this getting dark at before 5 is making me crazy. All right. You know what? I know these aren't Stampin' Up! Scissors, but they are a little bit longer bladed. And so what it means is I can a little easier eyeball all the way straight. Like that. Okay. So now I still have a little piece with that gold foil, so I could always stamp I could stamp just a flower on there, right? I could stamp just a little bit. So there's lots I could do with that little piece. So I'm going to keep that. We are going to start our assembly. Okay. There we go. And okay. So beginning, where are we at? We're on Tuesday the 26th. So a week from Thursday, the 4th, SaleABration starts. Now, for those of you who don't know about SaleABration, it is Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. And for each qualifying purchase, you can choose a free product. Now, I will be putting on my mailing list and sending out to people reminders of the sweet spots, okay? And I'll see if maybe I can get it in the description in the YouTube video when I transfer it. There are some sweet spots, okay? So when you order a 3-month prepaid paper pumpkin subscription, you choose 1 free SaleABration product, okay? Now, if you choose to order a 1-year subscription, no, what did I say? 3 months gets you 1. 6 months gets you 2, okay? So 2 freebies. And a 1 year gets you your own party, basically. All right, so it's, but then if you add just a little tiny bit more to it, you can get 5, yes, 5 SaleABration choices. And then, so if you happen to be able to pay that, that amount up front, and it is a couple $100. So, but if you can do that up front, I strongly suggest it, because then you've got your subscription. It overrides any my brain is not working right now. It overrides any credit card payments. Okay, you still can suspend and skip a month or whatever. So that works the same. Okay, plus you get host rewards and you get those extra SaleABration products. Okay, you do not get SaleABration products when you're doing month to month. When your credit card is getting charged the $24.50 every month, you don't earn any SaleABration things. So it really is a great idea to get a prepaid that overrides your month to month for as many months as you choose to buy, and then when your months are done, you revert back to your month to month. So it's really a good idea, and I will share that with you. Again, I will share that information. So if you have not signed up to be on my mailing list, you should. And that way I can send you the information about those sweet spots. Okay? All right. So there's our third one. Now I have one more that is also a sneak peek. So this is a sneak peek of something that's coming that you will be able to order on January 4th. Okay. But I did use kit product as well. So I have that card base, okay, that I cut down to 4 by 5 1/4, and a thick white base. Okay, so we've got that. Now you're thinking, where in the world did she get that hot air balloon in those little clouds? Well, that is an outstanding question. And I got them from in our, sorry for my reach, I can't show you the inside, but I can tell you that inside here is a suite called, I have to get to it. I know it's not very fair of me to look and hold it off camera. It's called Lighter Than Air. Okay, so there's a stamp set. There is a set of dies. All the dies fit through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And there is designer series paper, some pretty baker's twine in 3 colors, and some really pretty pastel dots. Okay, so those are, they're coming, and they're coming for you. You can order them. But this just screamed to me, sky, and how fun would it be to have a balloon. So let's pop the clouds. Oh, did I get it? Oh, even these are too big. Hang on, maybe I can make it work. Here, let's put it down here, like that. And then let's put another one kind of right there. Okay. So yeah, those sweet spots for SaleABration are pretty fabulous. There's that. This one, I think I will do flat, if I can get it. All right. Put a little bit of adhesive on the back of that. Put that over there. Okay, let me just slide my balloon off for a second. Get this on. Okay. And then, I think, since I still have Hello Friend, I'm going to stamp that right on the paper. I think it'll be okay. I think Pebbled Path is dark enough that I can do right over here, Hello Friend. Like that. All right. Then let's put this together. Well, I was looking for my other man, I am having trouble with word recall today. The silicone mat. And I must have moved it, taken it somewhere. Okay, put that there. Add a little bit of liquid adhesive on the back of this. Slide that here. Okay, and then we'll put just a tiny bit of glue there, just to catch that basket, like that. Then, let's see if we can catch those. Yeah. Try and hold that on. Okay. Then we'll just put that hot air balloon on, and we'll be good to go. There. Okay. There. So, yes, a sneak peek, and I just couldn't resist. It just felt like it had to be. So, and I've been working with this set, creating swaps this week. This week. So I just had to get it out and do that. So anyway, let's take a look at those ones that we did today. And then I will show you something. So we have this one, and we have this one, and we have this one, and we had our window one. Okay, so we have those. I will try to keep my fingers out of the way so you can take a screenshot if you would like. You can always, of course, just back up the video or whatever, pause it, do whatever you need. All right, so those are the ones we made today. Now, for those of you who are subscribers or are on the fence about subscribing, there's something kind of cool that Stampin' Up! Is doing. It's a little bit of a change that they're doing for Paper Pumpkin. So they're having one kind of add-on. This time it's dies. I don't know that it will always be dies, but there will be an add-on that coordinates with all 3 kits of that quarter. All right, so January, February, March. So what's happening? So this one coordinates with the Perennial Lavender Suite, which I can show you next Thursday. The February's Sweet Springtime, it talks about celebrating Easter and spring with adorable cards and treat boxes. So that's a mixed, so 9 projects, each of 3 designs. Okay, so maybe it's 6 cards and 3 treat box, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so some ways to do that. Okay, and they come in a unique box for February. Okay, we have a special box. In March is the Paper Pumpkin birthday month, if you didn't know that already. And we always get a free something. One year it was masks. One year it was dividers or something that went in our Paper Pumpkin box to hold the little Stampin' spots to make storage easier. Lots of different things. This time it's going to be a free stamp set. Okay, so those three kits will, the Love of Spring dies that are an add-on will coordinate with all of them. Okay, so if you are a subscriber, you should definitely, and if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you get these dies. Just message me or something. If you do have a demonstrator, that's who you should talk to about getting the die add-on so that you will have them for those 3 kits. Okay, and be watching for some more information if you're on my email list about those sweet spots. Okay, all right, so I think that's it for today. Thanks to all of you who were, so thanks so much for all of you who were here with me today, and we will get back together again. I think I likely will not do a live on Tuesday the 2nd. I think we will just wait for Thursday and do the catalog and SaleABration launch. Okay, all right, so have a great evening and enjoy your time, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.